Hello everyone, welcome to November 2023 Astrological Forecast. As usual, I would like to thank my subscribers. I love you guys so much. Thank you very, very much for your continued support, for liking and sharing and commenting on my videos. I really, really appreciate everything you guys do for me. And if you're new to my channel and you like this video or any of my other videos, be sure to subscribe. Okay, and don't forget to click on the notification bell. You'll be notified each time I upload something. Also, check out the links below in the description box. There is one to my website, and there is also one to something called Ask Me a Question, which is for those of you who only want to know maybe one or two things about your chart. But it is actually just easier to email me at zaneszodiac@gmail.com and just ask me whatever it is you would like to know. Okay, so here's the way the month is going so far. Okay, Venus is still in Virgo up until the 8th. Okay, then it will move into Libra. Also, I have to mention on the 4th, Saturn finally turns direct. Okay, Saturn in Pisces. Okay, so Mercury is still in Scorpio up until the 10th, and then on the 10th it moves into Sagittarius, and then there is a new moon in Scorpio on the 13th. The Sun is still in Scorpio up until the 22nd, and then on the 22nd it moves into Sagittarius, and Mars is still in Scorpio up until the 24th, and then it moves into Sagittarius. And there is a full moon in Gemini on the 27th. Okay, so now for your forecast. Hi, Taurus. Okay, so first of all, Saturn's going direct in Pisces. You have Pisces in your 11th house. You know, your 11th house is your most sociable house. It is your friends, okay? Any kind of group or organization that you belong to, where you would normally go to hang out, the house of dreams, hopes, and wishes. Okay, so if anything in this area was stalled, you know, or just boring, you're tired of like going out at the same places, seeing the same people, even friends, okay. Once this planet, it'll take a while to kick in, but that'll pass. Those feelings will pass, okay? Venus is in Libra on, well, hang on a second. It is still in Virgo up until the 8th and then does move into Libra. Okay, so you have Virgo on the 5th house. With Venus here, okay, the 5th house is the house of romance. Venus has been here since last month. You either, if you're in a current romantic relationship, it could have been a lot more romantic, or if you have been interested in someone, maybe you have begun a new relationship. This is also the house of creativity and fun. This is the house of parties and fun. Any form of entertainment. So, I mean, you could have been, you know, since last month, this area, and well, when the, all the other planets that were in Virgo were here have touched this area. So this is like the last planet moving through, and it is like a really fun planet. But it's kind of ending its transit here of a good time, in a way. Okay, but when planets are here, it does make you very enthusiastic about getting out there and having some fun. So you have up until the 8th. It's not like that desire is going to go away, but it is something that maybe you should put a little bit more time into, especially if you are working on a romance or a creative project, okay? On the 8th, it does move into Libra, into your 6th house of the workplace, co-workers, the kind of work that you do. No matter what kind of work that you do, there will be some kind of beautification to it, Venus related, okay? Venus here puts like a artistic flair on whatever it is you're doing. Even if you're, you know, like a welder or something, there's still something really pretty about, or creative about, whatever it is that you're doing, okay? In the workplace, if you work in a building, you may be put in charge of decorations or beautifying the place in some way, ordering stuff to make your area look better or pretty. Venus here also brings about a really nice rapport with your co-workers because it is around the holidays. It could be just a lot of time spent celebrating or having work-related parties or get-togethers or whatever. Okay, this is also the house of health and the house of service. Okay, but as far as health goes, you may overeat possibly or drink at this time, but a lot of times that's just because there are foods out at this time because of the holidays that are out because of the holidays. You don't have them every day of the year. You know, it's a holiday snack or specialty or something or other, and that's the only reason it's there. So of course you're going to overeat, right? Also, though, this is the house of small pets. Okay, you could get a small pet at this time, a kitten or a cat or a dog or a bird, you know, a frog, I don't know, whatever. But you could get something at this time, even if it just kind of shows up. You know, it wasn't expected. You just take in this pet and they become yours. Okay. The sun, okay, is in your opposite sign of Scorpio, okay, up until the 22nd in your 7th house where you have Scorpio. The 7th house is close relationships and partnerships, arrangements and agreements. It is the house of open enemies and competition. Okay, it's also the house of consulting experts of some kind. This is the house of contracts, okay? Like I said, arrangements and agreements, but this is also the house of lawyers and actually forming some kind of contract, whether it's written or verbal, okay? So Mars has been here since last month, and you'll have to listen to your October forecast for the month because I do cover Mars in your opposite sign, okay, in your 7th house. When it's there, people are a lot more aggressive towards you at this time, and it's usually people, either a business partner or people that you do business with, okay, or a romantic partner or a close friend. But this is the house of open enemies, which means everyone knows, including that open enemy, that you two don't like each other, you don't get along. A lot of times they will do things to just to get you to act up, push your buttons, you know, whatever. But the thing is you have Jupiter in your sign right now and also the planet Uranus. So you have a lot of unexpected good fortune happening as long as these two planets are here. And this could be one of those times where somebody could try to pull something on you and it certainly does not go the way they planned because it goes in your favor and against theirs, okay? But it wasn't planned that way, okay? There's a new moon in Scorpio on the 13th in this area. So I would have to say that this would be a new beginning in a relationship or an arrangement or agreement. This is your time to change anything in one of these areas, okay? Even with a friend. You could have a friend that's very pushy, always telling you what to do, always trying to, like, guilt trip you into or force you into doing something, even if you don't want to. And this is one of those times where you're going to stop that. Or the same thing with a romantic relationship or a business partner who just runs like roughshod over you and does whatever they want to within the business without even consulting you, as if it's their own business. It's not a partnership. This is the time to stop all of that. Okay, so the sun moves into Sagittarius on the 22nd, Mars moves into Sagittarius on the 24th, and Mercury moves here on the 10th, and you have Sagittarius on your 8th house of passive money. Money coming to you through means other than earning it. Okay, this is from a financial settlement, an insurance payout, a refund of some kind, or credit. a loan, you know, possibly from a bank, or credit from a credit card company, increased credit in some way. This is also shared debt and shared property, shared credit even. But if you do own property with someone else, no matter what it is, or bank accounts or credit cards or anything, this is when it comes into like focus. Wherever the sun is transiting is where your focal point is. So that's what's going on here, is money, shared money. Okay, shared resources. This is also the house of other people's resources and money. Okay, so this very thing, some things could be being made available to you at this time. Because once again, you have Jupiter in your sign. So if you need help of any kind, especially when it comes to money, or you need to borrow money, or you need to borrow something that someone has, even if it's like equipment of some kind, or clothing, or furniture, or whatever it is, an appliance, you know, this would be the time to do it. They are more than likely going to say yes. In fact, they might even gift whatever to you at this time. This is also the house of legacies and inheritances, and you could be on the receiving end of something like that right now. And, you know, people don't, this is the house of death and rebirth, but no one has to die in order for you to inherit anything. Okay, somebody could just leave you something because they want you to have it, or they could just give you something and it's not an inheritance. They could just gift you with something that either they know you've always wanted, or they have something that you've always admired and they want you to have it. Stuff like that, okay? There is a full moon on the 27th in Gemini in your second house of earned income. It's also a money house. It's directly across from this 8th house. And this is when, you know, whatever will come to light. Okay, the full moon in your second house of earned income, okay, could mean that you discover that possibly, let's say like, the 8th house is also the house of insurance, but not just insurance payouts. It's like insurance like through work, you know, or, you know, you could just find out 8th house is also taxes. So you could find out that wherever it is that you work, there were too many taxes being taken out of your paycheck, or they're taking stuff out that you didn't even ask for, or you're signed up for insurance you didn't even ask for, or whatever. Okay, but the same thing also goes with like bills, like let's say like your streaming service, or your cable or internet, or whatever hell kind of service you have. You know, you could find out that you're paying for stuff you didn't ask for. Okay, now if you do share property or bank accounts or credit cards with other people, this could be that big discussion about who's spending too much money and who's going to pay for this or that. Okay, that's what this full moon. Full moon is there to bring about an end to something that needs to be ended. It's a problem. It's a problem, and so now it could be the money talk about we're not going to spend that much anymore, or we're not going to spend money on that. Okay. So the best time to do something each month is when the moon is in your own sign, and the moon is in Taurus on the 24th, 25th, and 26th. The best time to lay low is when the moon is in your opposite sign, and your opposite sign is Scorpio, and those dates are the 11th, 12th, and 13th. The best time for romance, recreation, creativity, fun, speculation, or gambling, and anything to do with children is the 6th, 7th, 8th, 20th, 21st, and 22nd. The best time for money is the 1st, 14th, 15th, 27th, and 28th. The best time for your career is the 18th, 19th, and 20th. And the best time for communication and travel is the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 16th, 17th, and 18th. So I hope you enjoyed your forecast for November. Check out my weekly forecast, and I'll see you then. Goodbye.